Hi, everyone. I'm Ross Tree11, and this is another Sprague Spotlight interview. Today, I'm with TJ. TJ, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, everybody. I'm TJ Chamberlain. I'm the regional account manager out of our Denver branch in Colorado.
So, and the new Denver office, actually, have you been in to see the new Denver office yet?
I have.
And what is it going to be like when it's all done?
Well, the pictures make it look great. So I'm excited. I'm usually hanging out in my car and avoiding all the construction work that's going on. But I'm excited what it's going to turn out to be.
Now, in a year from working from home, where do we find you now? Where are you at home now?
Yes. I'm in the basement of my home.
And what has 2020 been like for you so far?
Gosh, it was definitely challenging, everybody else would say, but I would say, we did find a lot of great opportunities with it, more time with family for sure, adapting and adjusting to work schedules changing to homeschool. And, and as far as work goes, just finding good opportunities to partner with new business clients and also just reestablish relationships with some that were struggling and still maintain business. So all in all, it was a good year despite the challenges.
Yeah, I said so far because it feels like 2020 has just pushed into 2021. But I'll agree with you on the family thing too. I mean, I get to walk my daughter home from school every day, which I haven't been able to do that the entire time she's been alive. It's been a nice adjustment in some ways last year. Well, what's your journey at Sprague been like since you started?
Yeah, I just passed 5 years in December.
Wow.
And I can't believe how fast time flies. It's been fun. I mean, each year, honestly, I learned something new, and I can look back and see the growth that I had from more of a sales standpoint and the skills that I've honed in on and also gained, but also just more technical knowledge because we've got a great team out here in Denver that whenever I need them to go out on an RFP or a big complicated survey or a unique pest pressure to a particular client's account, just being able to partner up with like Colbin and James Mullen, and we've got some aces right in our office. That's been really helpful for me. It really gives us credibility and sets us apart from the local companies that are here.
That's the big thing I think with the technical aspect that our team brings in Denver. It really helps us set the tone. I think that's awesome. What were you doing right before you joined Sprague?
Gosh, well, I just moved from Southern California, and I had at that time I was working for a company as an independent contractor in kind of more the interior design industry. I also owned and operated a home care agency for about 3.5 years. So I decided to shut that down, and then we came out here. Actually, Easter, we drove out here from Southern California. The whole family packed inside our Prius, and we're like, okay, we're praying on this, and God's telling us to go out there. So we went out, and 3 months later, and 4th of July of 15, we moved out here a couple days after that.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
All right. So what is Southern California like compared to, I will call it South Denver, but I know you live south of the city. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for one, like we talked about, you can get 2.5 feet of snow on a Sunday, and then by the following Saturday, it's 65 degrees. That's one thing I do like. I mean, I grew up in New England, so when there were seasons, they were actually normal seasons. You had a spring, summer, fall, and winter. Here, it seems like the seasons are a couple months behind. Like right now, grass should be starting to turn green, flowers should be starting to bud on trees. This is where we get our heaviest snow is in March. And then you get, case in point, on Monday, I was shoveling in the morning, all bundled up. It was 20 degrees, freezing. By the afternoon, I was in gym shorts shoveling. Because when it's 40 degrees and sunny, it feels a lot warmer than what you would expect. Especially California. California, it's sunny every day, with the exception of when it's overcast. They call it May gray or June gloom. And for the first 5 years I lived there, I thought it was going to rain every day until the cloud cover wore off.
It's so interesting how bright Denver is just in general. The sun seems to be out all the time. I didn't know how dark it was here in Tacoma until I lived in Denver for 3 years. Right.
Yeah, that's what they say, 300 days of summer, or excuse me, sunshine in Colorado. And it's true. I mean, once that sun comes out, it really does warm up.
It's awesome. Yeah, I do like the fact that the roads melt so quickly. Now, how'd you get from New England to Southern California?
Let's see. That's an interesting story. I went to school in upstate New York from college. So that's kind of how I started my trek across. And my best friends from college went to school at Creighton University in Nebraska. And they had told me about this cute girl that lived across the hall from them off campus in their apartment complex. And so at the time, I was planning on moving from upstate New York to California to pursue an acting career. And so I met Michelle, and needless to say, I was waylaid at a 1 year layover in Nebraska before I ended up coming to Southern California. And what's fun is back in the day when they had the Sony handy cams, the high 8 cameras, I recorded myself driving in my car from New York to Nebraska, and then a year later from Nebraska to Southern California. So I've got it all filmed.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome. What a story. That is a unique story. Now, how did the acting career go? Is that something you pursued when you got there?
Yeah, I tried. I mean, as you could see how successful I am. I'm Pest control. Yeah, no, it was good. I did a couple of commercial stuff. I went on a few auditions. I did some extra work. Nothing, to write home about. I mean, I think my greatest claim to fame, I was on a game show that was televised. And you remember the police officer from Dumb and Dumber that pulls him over?
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's in the bottle?" He goes and drinks the beer, and it's not beer.
Yes, it was not
that actor, Harlan Williams. He was the guy I was working with on the game show. So that was kind of fun. He was fun to work with. So, and I was on the Jay Leno show, like as with my wife, and her came out from Nebraska, and Leno was all about pretty girls. So before the show would start, he'd interview people in the audience. So he saw these 3 cute blondes and then this guy trailing up behind them. So he had fun razzing me being on stage. So it was fun. We had some when I was working for a consumer electronics chain, I met a few celebrities and like Pat Sajak, Ray Romano, Sinbad, and sold them TVs and stuff like that. It was kind of cool.
That is cool.
Everyday people.
So, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, did you develop any habits or any new skills during the pandemic that you want to keep going afterwards?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, honestly, like you talked about refocusing on family, having not to rush off and go into the office. I mean, what's nice about our job too, we can work anywhere. Mm-hmm. Being able to refocus my time, getting up early ever since before the pandemic started, since maybe November 19, I'll get up in the morning, prayer time in the Bible, and then I'll go to the gym and work out with a friend of mine for about an hour and a half in the morning before I start my day. And that's really helped, because I would be the type that I'd sleep in as much as I could. And now when that all that shifted, it's like, okay, I can put my priorities first, like, faith, family, and then go ahead and start working on my day. And it's been a blessing.
That's so cool. That's cool. What's the first thing you want to do when the pandemic is over?
I'd like to travel again. I'd like to go see some family out in Florida. My mom is out there. We have some relatives out there. We like to go to Southern California to go back and visit friends. And I'm not for taking a 16-hour drive. I want to just fly and be easy and normal again,
Yeah, I do. I just want to do that too. Disneyland is high on my list of things that I want to expose my little one to.
There you go, right in Anaheim. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I feel like I want to see her face and experience all the little rides before, she's too small to go on all the big stuff. But it'll be fun sometime.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool.
So what does it mean to you to win the Executive Club Award for Sales Excellence last year?
The first word that comes to mind, it's a team effort. Any successful person is going to realize it's not all about us, and the team rallying behind to support me. It was cool too, because we got creative, with the DSV rollout, that helped me get some numbers going well at the beginning of the year. But I told Colbin, I said, I know with my DSV sales, I'm over the 350 mark, but I really wanted to push the last 3 months of the year to hit over 350 with contract sales, and I think we squeaked by at like 354, something like that. It was literally within the last 2 weeks of the year. But I gotta say, just going out and about and still canvassing and cold calling, a lot of times I go to doors and it would say, closed due to the pandemic, need to reschedule. But what I found, and a lot of salespeople are utilizing that tool still to this day, is utilizing Zoom Info. It was so great. I mean, I could drive by 10, 15 businesses, find out where they're at, and then go use Zoom and get the exact name, number, email, contact that I needed and still schedule appointments. So that I thought was really cool. And, despite people not wanting to meet that much in person, I still was able to go out and still meet people face to face.
Well, it really did come down to the end of the year, and getting
Mhm.
over that hump was really cool to see.
Yeah, yeah, it really was. I mean, with some of the incentives that we had last year to entice new clients to partner with us was great. And it was even cool too. The last two deals that I had that helped push us over, it was all about coming in and offering a program. We had two clients that were at weekly service and sitting down with them and looking at their pest training. And I'm like, why are you on weekly service? You don't need it. And they signed up because they said, hey, let's go in it twice a month and then see what happens after that after a 90-day review. So, we came in offering a better package at a lower price, but we didn't sacrifice the quality of what we offer.
I love that you're able to right size the program for their needs versus
Mm-hmm.
just selling them exactly the same thing that they had before without taking an intelligent look at it.
You're right.
That's awesome. What advice would you have for somebody who is just starting out?
Just be persistent. I've learned that it's not, and I'll ask clients, is this a no for now or is this a no forever? And no one says it's a no forever. One of the last deals that we closed in December was an account that I had sold. They signed on the dotted line in June of 16. So here it was 4.5 years later. They obviously backed out at the last minute, but 4.5 years later, they finally signed with us. So just stay persistent, consistent, stay in touch. And over time, the need's going to arise with our services, or they'll start realizing, gosh, I'm hearing from this salesperson from another company more than I do my own salesperson or my own tech. And it's just stay persistent.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations on all that you were able to achieve last year, both at work and with your family. And
Thank you.
thanks again for joining me today on this.
You bet. Thank you.